Hey, what up? It's Tim Brown, and I am with family today. Family. This company, Reach Communications, my brother and my dad run it together, sound and lighting and installs.
It's
an 8-figure company,
31 employees full-time, plus a number of contractors as needed.
So we're gonna give you the tour, sound and lighting business, and what they feel like is a little bit of their secret sauce. Let's get in there.
This is Big Boy Lens. You go look it up, $239,000.
There's a character. How you doing, sir? This is my dad. Can I get you for like 3 minutes to because I saw some plans back here for a church. Sweet. He's got plans in here.
You know, this is just one sheet of an architect's plans for the same project.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is showing an elevation view of a large auditorium space, stage, you know, acoustical treatment panels. So what happens is this background, what we call a background that you see is actually generated by an architect, but then you'll see the color. In our case, we put colored elements on top of them to help highlight those elements that we're showing need to get added to the plan. So this is used by the architect and the contractor and the electrical contractor, so they know what to do in the building so that it provides the infrastructure we need for audiovisual systems.
My last question to you is, how do the two sides of the business feed each other? You've got install and you've got events. How do those two sides, do they feed each other at all? How does that work?
So this is going to be a good segue for me to hand this back over to him in a moment. I see it as synergistic.
Mm-hmm.
We sell and integrate the same kind of equipment that we use ourselves. So we have specialists on the events and rental side of the business in using the equipment and understanding and learning about it. And we even bring them into install and integration projects. So they're more artisans with the tools. We're more the mechanics, okay, of installs and integration. So very synergistic. That's part of the labor synergy, but there's also an expertise synergy where we get their opinions, they get our opinions on experiences and best practices, and we trade information. So,
Perfect. Appreciate that.
Dan might have some other thoughts. So
appreciate you.
My dad and I are business partners. We literally, when people say this started out of our garage, this literally started out of the garage we grew up in, okay? And it's kind of funny to see that, but literally when we started, you know, doing equipment, doing events, we had the equipment in my parents' garage.
And it was, our whole garage was just speakers.
It was full.
Yeah.
So we literally went from that to today, what you see here. You know, probably some of your audience understands the installs. You know, they put in different...
put in toilets, HVAC, and roof systems.
So in our case, it's sound, lighting, video, staging, and that kind of stuff, but we have a decent amount of inventory we keep in stock. This is the start of our audio. And when we talk about audio, you know, we can do anything from a, 50 or 100 person meeting all the way up to, we've done 200,000 people event for, sound and so on.
A lot of the events in our industry are like 1,000 to 5,000 person event for some of the larger events or some of these industry events. Couldn't you guys handle that type of thing? And what do you do better than other sound and lighting companies?
I would say that what we bring to the table, yes, we can do those things. Any and all of those things. 1,000 to 5,000 people, we do those events very consistently. We can do anything from a small speakers on a stick, a couple TVs for a groundbreaking, all the way up to these large conferences, 1 to 5,000, that's a very normal size show, or smaller. I would say we are not cheap. We are budget minded. So it costs money to have expertise. And, Mark talked about artists. We have lighting, video, sound artists. They bring things to the table that is not just being able to plug in a projector or a camera or whatever that looks like. Not only do we bring those artists, but we also bring the technical expertise. So your audience specifically is experts in their field. We are experts in our field. When you talk about homeowners trying to do something, I know for a fact that there are things that I try to do and I could hire somebody and they would do a much better job.
All right, let's look at some specific products here. What do we got?
So, when you say, this is a large speaker. So if you go to a concert,
you guys have a lot of these.
we have a lot of these. We got 60 of these speakers. There's 4 of them here. So when you go to a concert, be Justin Timberlake, whatever it is, L Acoustics is a name brand. They have the best of the best speakers. It is what people request, it is what people want. Is this what you're going to use on your corporate meeting for 50 people? No. But, we have little small speakers that could be used for that, whatever that might be. So when I say that we do anything from small to large, we do exactly that.
Let's keep on walking around.
So again, anything from, small projectors all the way up to LED walls. And then, we have everything from lighting your stage up to crazy massive lights like this that somebody might use for lighting a large concert. One things that we bring to the table compared to those around us is that we're checking these things in every time, making sure they're 100%, making sure the gear goes out. I hear from our customers all the time that, the reason that we use you is not because you are the cheapest or whatever, it's because we can trust the gear. We know when it shows up that it's going to be the right thing and work well, and we don't have to worry about it. So whether that's an end user, a client doing a conference, or whether that's another company, we work with lots of other companies helping fill in their inventory because we have such a large amount of inventory, which is also interesting for us because that is not a norm. And we try to work with all of those other people, and we try to play nice and be a part of the team. So,
what do we got back here? There's a lot of cords.
This is literally miles and miles and miles of cable. So
I remember wrapping this when I was younger.
Yeah.
In our living room.
Yeah.
And there is a right and wrong way to wrap a cord. Is there any way you could demonstrate that for our audience?
Oh, I certainly could.
Because I got it demonstrated for me quite a few times.
So, cables, we use these on every show, but when you do it, you just become, this is called over-under. It's so that the cable doesn't get kinked. When we see somebody doing this, we just cringe. So I don't know if you electrical contractors out there and so on do this with your cables. That just makes us, want to go hide in the corner. But we use the over-under method.
Can you explain to me a little bit about what you're doing with your hand there?
So basically what I'm doing is that's under, and then this is over. So what that does is it takes the twist out of the cable, makes it lay flat. So over, under.
All right, now
over, under.
Well, we're wrapping up in your office. I'm sure this is the command center, and you've got a lot of events going on right now, right?
We do have a lot of events both out right now and going out and coming back.
How long in advance do you need to work with your sound and lighting company if you have an event coming up? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months?
We do things in shorter time frame than that, but a year out is not abnormal, and 3 to 6 months is preferred at a minimum.
And if you want real experts, where should they go to check you guys out?
www.reachcom.net is our website. Office at reachcom.net would be the entire office, and we can pass it along from there to the teams that need it.
And I think we did a pretty good job about giving some understanding of why this is a above average, high performing team that would be great, and that you guys are budget conscious. But I want to say, from my point of view, it's also just a company with character and integrity that actually cares about the quality of work that they do. And I know that so many of you, the people watching this, are that kind of company. So just taking a look inside of another company like that cares, that has craftsmanship at the core of everything you guys do. I hope that was enjoyable, even though it's a little bit different than the type of content that we normally do on this channel.
Well, Tim, I appreciate you having me. And yes, we want to do things with excellence, with integrity, and take care of our customers better than they've ever been taken care of before. That is our goals.
And from the inside, I see it. So thank you, brother.
You're
Peace.
welcome.